Good day people, goeiedag mense. Dit is video nummer 2. This is video number 2 about the starter bendix. Het gaan oor die aanste motor se bendix aandrywing. Ek het nog nie opgekyk wat dit is in woordeboek van die regte benaming van dit nie. Ons noem dit maar altyd alles Engelse name. We call it all English names. So this is about the bendix of the starter. Video number 2. Okay, the first video was a dead loss. I hope this one is better. Ek hoop die video is alright. Hierdie keer is beter. Nou moet ek die ding sit. So. Maybe this is better. Now the wind is coming up. Then we go this side. I fitted a bolt in here. Let's take it a bit closer. So. Normally they have a plastic pin like this. Now this pin is worn down there and the clip. Pin and the clip. It's a plastic pin with a wire type of clip. Okay, now there's a bolt in this one. See, I can undo the bolt. Alright. And then I have to undo these 8mm, yeah. And then I can pull the whole thing apart. And this seal falls out between the motor and the solenoid. Okay. The stud insulators, I keep them in there. Alright. Off of the housing. Now this is to isolate the studs from the wiring now. Okay, now in here there are little shoes. Normally they look like this. Now that you can see the wear there on that one. So it's come almost right through. So I made shoes like these. Out of Teflon. Okay, so they fit in here. There they are. They're going to fall out now. There, the one is falling out already. Okay, that's now the story about that. Now I must get this thing off here. How to get this thing off here is I take this hammer and take a socket. This is a 17, 11, 16, 17 long socket. And then I give it a smack. Then I get the ring off. And then I must open up the wire. I hope it doesn't break now, because I've done it so many times. And then I take the circular pliers and I widen it up by the gap. My circular pliers is a broken one and I just ground it flat. Alright. There is it. Where's the ring? What have I done with the ring? Oh, stupid. It's still here. Now, normally it's some get some burning or burning. What is burning? And then I have to grind it around there to get this thing, bendix off. Otherwise, it sticks on the burning. You can also open it up further and put some grease on the shaft there, inside there. Some grease on there, on the shaft there, and then you can push this plate back with the bush in it. Okay, and now some grease on the shaft too. Now I'm going to open this up. I don't want to edit this video because then the picture goes all funny. But I have to make the video shorter. I have to edit this, and then the quality won't be as good afterwards. Okay. put this in the vise, the bendix in the vise like so, and then I'll take the pliers and the screwdriver, and I have to open it up, and then I have to get the clip off. Okay, like so, and then there's a washer here. Take the washer off, and then I have to turn it upside down. Now, in the beginning, now this one has been opened a few times. Now, in the beginning, this is very much crimped, factory crimped. So you have to use a thin screwdriver, a strong screwdriver to wedge it and pry it open, like so. Now this one is easy because I couldn't crimp it so good, so well as the factory did it. So I'm just going to do it all in round and round like this. Gaan net so al in die ronde om. Fortunately, I have a spare of these in case one of these break later on because of the opening and closing of it, bending and so on. But this takes some time in the beginning. Okay, now I'm going to use this hammer. So I bent it quite badly there. Anyway, we hope it's okay. Right. Now I must come closer. I've done it with 3 starters already. So now I must get the grease off so that I can see what's going on here. Now this is how this looks like. Now in there you see, let me put it down somewhere. Oh, okay, so in those holes there, they have these springs and pistons. As you can see, those are quite pressed in those springs. They're soft. These are springs I used later on. But anyway, what happens here is when you put this back, like this. Okay, now I hope you can see if I do this. Gonna come too close. I'm going to get this thing to stand still. Okay. So, now. Now, what happens here is this thing is tapered towards this side. Comes narrower. It comes narrower. Opening is off. Comes narrower to the side. So what happens is the piston is in this side with a spring, and it presses against the roller here, and then it wedges this roller into the smaller space. So when the motor turns this direction, see that direction, it's loose. If it comes this direction, the spring keeps it in that position, but if it turns that direction, it's loose. If the motor turns this direction, it wedges the roller into the smaller space, and then it turns the drum. On the drum there is a gear, and the gear spins this way, this direction, anti-clockwise, and then it turns the ring gear clockwise, the direction of the engine. Okay, and when the engine starts, it spins this. When the engine starts, it spins this anti-clockwise. This spins anti-clockwise, the drum, and it pulls the roller out of this narrow space because it spins faster than the motor can turn. And then the momentum of the roller hits onto here on the back side there. And then later on there's some berming going on there. Burning or berming, I don't know what they call it. Some people talk about berming, other people talk about burning. So then when it's damaged there because of the burning, this piston cannot come out when it's stuck inside. And then it's loose like this because the piston doesn't do its job, it's inside there. So to get the piston out of here, you have to ground it down with a grinder until the burning comes off. As you can see, it's all ground there, has been ground there. I ground them there. So then it shoots out. The spring presses the piston out, and then I take it completely out. And then I take let's show you here. Then I take an O-ring or O-ring material. It's about, this one is about 6 millimeters or so in diameter. Then I cut pieces off of the O-ring. As I show you here. Then the O-ring comes there, like so. Cut the O-ring off, put the O-ring there, and then a roller comes there. So now the O-ring forces the roller into the narrow space. So I take all these pistons and springs out. You can see how damaged it is there on the front. They become damaged because of the burning going on. This burrs and the hole in there, the cylinder, where this fits into, gets burred. So this is how I fix it. Let's put this back here again. So get the, see what the roller is better. This one is damaged. This one is better. No, that one better. No, this one is better. Come on now. Right. So what happens is the motor turns this direction. The O-ring keeps it in its place now, that direction, and it locks up. onto the drum and it turns the engine. And when the engine starts, let's undo this watch here. And when the engine starts, it spins the drum, and then it spins faster than the motor. So that direction, that it's locked, this direction it's loose. So now the O-ring does the job of the piston with the springs. And now I must put in another piece of O-ring I cut in that place there, and then I must force it into this space here, and it's going to be not so easy. In this there, and then the last one in this there, and then I put some grease in there. Put some grease in there. I think I must go and get some more grease. So, good. And then I put the washer back, and then this thing cover. Now I don't have a crimping tool for this, so I have to just hit it over first with a hammer. Put this a little bit, klein bietjie terug. So. And then I put this in a vise, take the wood out. Place where I damaged it, I must hit it first. Waterpump tang, waterpump pliers. Okay, hope you can see better. Hope you can beter sien nou. Ek gaan hom omdraai so. Right, and then pull it closer with the waterpump plier. must hit it on here. Like this, to make it go like that. Around this, okay, that's better. And then I must put the washer back, like so. And then I must put the spring on. And there might be a few more washers, but this one doesn't have it. So then I press this lot onto here. And then I have to put this circular back on. So this is quite a story. Where's the screwdriver? And that's it. Very easy. So clip is in its place. Hope you can see this on the video now. As I say, my editor is old and the picture isn't very good. So let's quickly go back to the motor. Yeah, there's the motor. Okay, let's go down a little bit. Maybe from this angle. Good. And I put some grease on here. Put this over like so. I also made a picture, draw some picture of this. So the burning takes place here. Hope you can see the picture. Okay, it goes narrower here to this side. There's the white. There's the piston with a spring in it. And this forces the roller into the narrow space. So this thing turns that direction. And then it locks in here and this spins the whole unit, the drum as well, in this direction. And when it starts the engine, and the engine wants to kick on into life, it spins faster than the motor and the drum slips this way and it smashes this roller into that place there, and it causes burning there. And then this piston gets stuck in the hole there and it can't come out again, and then the rollers are loose and then the bendix starts to slip. When it started, then it goes and the engine doesn't turn. So that is what the problem is. These springs, they become soft or broken or something, or the pistons with the springs get stuck in the burning in the cylinder there, and the rollers are loose, and that's when you hear the starter go, but it doesn't turn the engine. So I hope you understand this story now about this bendix. Let's put this back again. Turn the light off. Now we put this washer onto here. Maybe a little bit closer. So. And then the circlip. That's a circlip. And this is the retaining washer. So the narrow side goes to the gear side and the wide opening comes to the pushing side, the housing of the starter motor. So I'm going to press this over. So, because it's bent open, so now I must press it closed again. En moet hom toedruk met 'n waterpomptang. Press it closed with a water pump plier. As I said before, in South Africa, the people don't drive these old cars no more. I think I'm the only one with a diesel motor here. But most viewers are from overseas. Brazil and Cuba and so on. France, Middle East, Malaysia. Okay, so I say thank you for watching all this trouble here. Well, you have to fix trouble, that's all. What we can do, I hope that's good enough. I hope that's good enough. Now I must struggle this retaining washer over that. That's going to be a story. Get the grip in it. And then I smack that on there. And I take another hammer and it's on. I hope there's enough grease in here. Maybe put some more. Go fast. Right, now there's a lot of grease on here. And then I must put that back. Now this is the two shoes I made. These are the two shoes. Anyway, then I put it over like so. And comes like that. And then I must take the housing. Now, these plastic pipes, they're the insulators to insulate the studs from the wiring inside. Some starters don't have that, and then you have problems if the starter brushes, wires touches these studs. A short circuit can occur. Okay, what's holding this thing now? Yeah. Okay. Better. Now bring this back again. And then go closer with this. Now that rubber, I must put this rubber in there now. That's how it looks like. This side comes to the solenoid, and this side comes to the motor. So it comes in like so. Oops, nearly down into the ground again. And now, what is hold up with this story? It's always a struggle with this rubber here. Takes some time to get this thing into place. Okay, now I'm going to put a nut on the back and just pull it slightly in. Like so. And then a solenoid. And then I put the nuts on the solenoid on the rear there. Come much closer. See from this point. Okay. Let's see if we can see here. So, and then I'm going to turn this on. And then I use an 8mm spanner just to check it. Okay, that's tight. Now, any further than that's dangerous. Then I put this bolt up. It's a bolt here for the fork. In the place of that plastic pin. that's worn out now. And then a nylon 8mm nylon lock nut onto the 8mm bolt. And then it doesn't want to turn on. Okay, that's it. And then I swap the sockets again. And I put the 13 spanner at the bottom, or half-inch spanner. And then of course it's slipping at the bottom. That's it. So that's it. It's good enough. It can't come loose because it's the nylon lock nut. And then I turn it. Like that to get the cover on. This cover. Okay, 11 socket. The O-ring is already in its place. The brushes are still good. I can pull it out and see. See, the brushes aren't so bad. They can go do some job still. Okay. So these brushes, they last long. There are not issues with these brushes on these starters. Okay, that one's tight. Now I must get the 11 spanner. That's tight. That's tight. And then the wire of the motor onto the solenoid with a washer there, and the 8mm nut. So now the starter is complete again. That direction it slips, that's when the engine starts. So, and then this direction it hooks, so the motor can turn it. So now that's the end of this story of the start. Now, another thing about these solenoids, they're easy to fix. So if the starter doesn't want to work no more, or the solenoid doesn't want to work no more, you don't have to buy a new one. And we're going to show you how easy this problem can be solved. This is a brand new solenoid, I think. According to the nuts and the studs here, it must be brand new. So let's see how this looks like inside. Coming off my washer. Down to the ground again. Okay. Just getting the dust a bit off here. Right. Now hope I don't break it. Oh, it's coming. Normally they crimped, so you can't get this backlight off. Another thing about it is the wires are soldered onto the copper bar here. So you have to unsolder the wire and you have to cut the thing open to get to this. So what happens here is when you use a starter a lot, these bolts, they burn, the heads burn away. Then they're quite deep in that direction. We gaan ver af daai kant toe as hulle baie gebruik word, brand die punte weg. Nou hierse ook. Now on these bridges here, they burn away here. I hope I can find a sample of it. Anyway, this one, you can see there, it burns like that. That's another car, a vehicle tractor or something starter here. The bridge I took out. It was not too badly burned. So I smashed a few tractors, 4 tractors of Massey Ferguson tractors with John Deere tractor, starter, solenoids, and I smashed the backlight. And I took these bridges out. And these are too thin. I don't think they will work in this one. Maybe not. But these are quite massive, nice and thick, so they can carry a lot of amps. So all I have to do is to undo this 8mm nut here. Take this bridge out. That's when it's burnt. This is a brand new solenoid. Haven't worked yet, not even tested yet. So it's still brand new. And then I just swap it with one of these other starters. You can see there it burned a little bit. Maybe what happened here is the guy had to fix the starter and he decided, okay, then he put in pushers, brushes, and a new solenoid. He just done the whole starter up. Die hele aansittermotor opgeknap deur die solenoïde te vervang en die borsels en die buste. So toe het ek die solenoids gekry en 'n stukken gekap. So I got the solenoids and I smashed the backlight off and I opened them up and I saw, okay, these can still do some work. You just turn them back to front, this, and then I can fit them in there and they can do some service. Just get other bolts, fit new bolts in the, when you replace these, you also replace the bolts. But this one is now brand new still, so I can put this together. Kan dit maar weer aan mekaar sit. The short bolt comes onto the what is it? The power bus bar there. Okay, then I just turn this in quickly by fingers. So then now I have a new solenoid too. And this is the end of this story. It's a long story, but anyway, it's going to be a longer story if you do the job. I've done it quite a lot of times. Ek het dit heel wat veel tyd gedoen, meer kere gedoen. So vir jou gaan dit heel veel langer wees om dit te doen. Thank you for viewing this video. Dankie dat julle na die video gekyk het. And until next time, bye bye. Tot ziens. Dankie dat julle gekyk het na die video.